Welcome back. We're here with Gloria Allred, and we're talking about the Filner scandal and her take on why he's refusing to leave office and an update on all the latest details. Again, thank you for joining us. I love it. I love how strong you are and how passionate you are for women's rights.
We have to meet power with power. And we have to speak truth to power. Because power only understands power.
Isn't that
and
true?
The thing about a lot of these guys is, here's what they know about me.
Yeah.
I am not afraid of them. I have sued the rich, the famous, the powerful. I have sued the United States government, large corporations, small businesses, batterers who have hurt women, those who've killed women, those who've sexually abused children, those who've committed all kinds of injustices, economic injustices against women, those who've deprived them of promotions, of conditions on the job that are enjoyed by men, of the pay that they should have.
Yeah.
And there's nothing I want except justice for women. That's all. And justice means equal rights, not fewer rights than men enjoy, not more rights than men have, equal rights. And I am committed to that. And you know what? I am continuing to be passionate about it, because when I started out 37 years ago, I had no idea how bad things were for women.
Yeah.
And now I've seen it with my own eyes. Literally thousands of women have come to me, and it just makes me feel even more strongly about the right to justice. And we have to strengthen women. Yeah. We have to empower women. We have to encourage them. We have to inspire them. And once they dip into their own power and just get rid of this fear, and there are risks in coming forward, okay, there are real risks, but once they become empowered, they're free, and you can just see their face begins to glow. Yeah. They're no longer like this. Their voice sometimes drops. They go from sometimes a little girl voice like this that is trapped in there,
to a strong voice,
to a strong adult woman voice. They become an inspiration for their children and for their whole families and their community. And they're never the same again. And it's just a beautiful thing to see.
You see.
So what we need more women in, the halls of power, in the workplace, in the political world, more women in Congress. Well, I hope you run one day.
Who knows? Anything's possible.
In the United States Senate, and of course, in the White House. We've never had a woman president. We've never had a woman governor in California. And, we want an equal place at the table. A woman's place is in the House. The White House.
You're on fire, and I love everything you're saying. You are on fire. You've been doing this for so long. Do you ever get tired, Gloria?
Getting tired is a luxury that I can't afford.
I love it.
And, being frustrated is a useless emotion. Worry is a useless emotion.
I'll have to remember that one.
It is true. When I hear a problem presented to me, I think of the options.
Yeah.
A, B, C, D. Here are the benefits, here are the risks of each option. Lay them out for the client. Choose one. Sometimes choose two. But, make a decision and move on, because a failure to decide is also a decision. Mm-hmm. But there are many, many things that women can do. She just needs knowledge of it. Of course, women don't learn their rights in school because sometimes society doesn't want women to know their rights for fear that they will actually exercise their rights. But women are learning their rights, and every time a woman asserts her rights, it really is helping all women. But the most important person is my client.
I bet your clients feed off this too, and they're learning and they're trying.
They do learn.
It's a trickle down effect, because you're just talking to them. They're gonna be able to feel that power, and it's gonna empower them.
Yes, and then I want them to take their victory and pass it on. Each one tell 10 to tell 10 to tell. Yeah. Teach others how to become empowered. Support other women.
They should actually teach sexual harassment in school, maybe even for middle school, before the hormones are going crazy.
And also how to protect yourself from rape, how to protect yourself from child sexual abuse. By the way, I was saying, there are a few minority, but, vocal people supporting attacking Peggy and how she looks. But you know what?
That makes me sad.
Or her age. Here's what people need to know about rapists and sometimes sexual harassers.
Power.
I've seen rapists rape babies, infants. There are rapists who've raped great-grandmothers. There are rapists who have raped women who are in a coma. There are rapists who will rape because they can and it doesn't matter what the woman looks like. They don't have to look like a young porn star. The point is, and I'm not saying Mayor Filner's done any of that, but I am saying don't be so ridiculous. I'm talking to some people who have attacked Peggy.
It's ignorant.
To think that a sexual harasser will only attack a very young woman who's very thin and, in their view, beautiful. I happen to think every woman is beautiful. I've met a lot of grandmothers and great-grandmothers whom I think are beautiful women, beautiful in many ways. And so, you know, I think those people should just, you know, stop engaging in these ageist and sexist stereotypes and understand the reality, which is what they're doing can hurt women, can discourage others from coming forward. But I think that women are strong, and they're going to keep coming.
So I like that the topic, the best thing about this situation is that we're talking about it.
That's right.
And it evokes change.
Mayor Filner, that's probably the only good thing that's happened as a result of what he's done.
I agree,
that's right.
because we're for your granddaughter, for my daughters, for my future grandchildren, things have got to change. It's got to stop now. Let's go back to
I might add,
Peggy.
I think my granddaughter has more courage in her in her romantic relationships than I ever had. I mean, she just like, here's what is acceptable, here's what's not. And I'm like, I can't believe she said that, but that is great. I mean, she'll say that to her boyfriend, and I'm very proud of her.
That's what happens when you've got grandmothers, Gloria Allred.
Yeah, and
you got backbone.
And a mom. My daughter, my daughter's Lisa Bloom. A lot of people know her. I'm really proud of her.
She's famous journalist.
Yeah, she is. She's a legal analyst for the Today Show. And she's my daughter, and a good daughter, and a good mom to my grandchildren.
The apple doesn't fall too far from the tree.
Thank you so much.
Going back to Peggy Shannon, you filed with the Equal Employment Investigations Office. Have you heard back from them?
She did. She did even before she came to me. And that's with the city. And I know that they are investigating. She has not yet received an apology from the mayor, which is what she wants. But of course, she does want him to resign. And that would be justice as far as Peggy is concerned, at least at this point.
See, I love that. I love that.
Yeah. She cares about her family. She cares about her community. And that's why she spoke out, because she wants a better San Diego. And a better San Diego is not going to happen if Mayor Filner continues to be. Mayor, it's going to continue to be the butt of jokes, San Diego. I mean, nationally, it's just ridiculous. San Diego doesn't deserve this. It deserves so much better. It's a beautiful city with good people who've worked hard to get a great reputation, and they don't want it destroyed. They want it repaired.
That's why we're taking back the city on Sunday.
Take it back. 2 o'clock.
You have an upcoming court date, September 16th.
I do.
What do you hope will come out of that?
Well, there are 2 motions set for September 16th in our lawsuit against Mayor Filner on behalf of Irene alleging sexual harassment. One is the motion to change venue, filed by Mayor Filner's attorneys. In other words, in plain English, he wants to get it out, our lawsuit out of San Diego County where we filed it, send that over to Imperial County. Guess what? We're opposing that. We are preparing our opposition to that. Mayor Filner was mayor of San Diego. He committed the sexual harassment that we allege he committed in San Diego, in City Hall. Irene, our client, was working in San Diego. We think that the people of San Diego can be fair and impartial, and when they are on a jury, they will decide this case based on the evidence in the courtroom. Yes, there's been a lot of negative press, but that's not a reason to move it out of San Diego to Imperial County, because we still think we can find jurors, San Diego jurors, who are fair and impartial. They have a huge stake in it in San Diego. And so that's what we're going to be doing. September 16th, we're going to be arguing against that. You know, he had confidence in the people of San Diego to elect him, but apparently he doesn't have confidence in them to be on the jury. And also he's got a motion to quash the subpoena for his deposition. He was subpoenaed to give his deposition August 9th in our lawsuit. The city attorney served that subpoena on him, and he's going to challenge that. But we do want to take his deposition. And
really? Because then he's going to go to rehab again.
You know, hey, Mayor Filner, you can run, but you can't hide. We are going to take your deposition. I want to have him answer under oath. It's not going to be acceptable to give a vague, schmaltzy, politician type of speech where he talks about vague, I did wrong. Like, okay, what wrong? To whom? When? And exactly what happened.
I intimidated women.
I'm going to ask him specific questions. I want specific answers. I don't tolerate nonsense.
Right.
So, he's got to come to the table. The day of judgment is coming.
I love it. I love it. But what are the chances that you're going to be able to keep it here? Do you think you have a good shot?
Well, I mean, that depends on the judge. Depends on what the judge decides, and that's what we'll see on September 16th. And we're going to fight to keep it here. My guess is the city attorney wants to keep it here as well.
I love Jan Goldsmith. He's doing a great job.
Just as an aside, I really don't want to drive 209 miles from my office to
No, and
Imperial
it's not
County every
fair.
time there's a motion. I'll do it if necessary,
Yeah.
but that isn't the point. The real point is this. The people of San Diego deserve transparency. They deserve to be able to decide this case against Mayor Filner, and that's what we're going to fight for. Their right to have it heard right here in this county.
The last thing I want to ask you is why aren't the labor unions who got him voted in or got him in office, why aren't they stepping up and asking him to step out? I don't
The answer
understand
is
that.
I have no clue. I have no communication with them, and they'll have to make their own decisions. But while they're deciding, I'm proceeding with our lawsuit.
Good for you. We want to show you something that's in the sky right now. Hold on, watch this. Surrender Bob, that's what it said.
Okay.
Oh boy. I don't know. We know how most of San Diego feels right now.
You know what? I'll add an amen to that, and also an all women to that.
Yay, I love it. Thank you for being a protector of women. You
Well,
really
thank you.
are.
Oh, thank
I'm gonna
you
give
so
you a
much.
hug.
Oh, you're a
'Cause
dear.
For
Thank you
me,
so much.
for my
Thank
mother,
you.
my daughters, for all you
Oh,
women
you're a
out there,
dear.
and
Thank you.
men, because they need strong women. They need our women to be protected
And
as
by
well.
the way, I have represented a number of men who've also been victims of sexual harassment, and we won.
That's a whole nother story.
It is, and we have fought for their right to also be free of sexual harassment in the workplace.
I love that.
That's right. They have a stake in equality.
Thank you.
Thank you.